Wednesday night, Red West North basketball is back. Lane Tech and North Lawndale both enter the night looking to start the season 1-0 in conference play. But only one will emerge with that record. Lane Tech basketball is on the air. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Alex Burstein. Above the court here at Lane Gymnasium on the opening night of conference play in the red level of the Chicago Public League. North Lawndale and Lane Tech in the opening night of conference play seems to be becoming the norm for these two programs. With last year excluded with the weird COVID year, this will be the third straight regular season that Lane and North Lawndale have opened conference play against each other, and we've begun to see into the game for Elk Grove. That will be number 32, Kevin Parashwami, for Elk Grove, coming in for the Grenadiers. Martirano will inbound things to either Bartuch or Ewan, both of them in the backcourt. And Lane Tech with Malloy and Salibo pressing Soar and Grunenbaum near the midcourt line. 5:47 to go, a 14-point lead for Lane Tech. And Elk Grove in the bonus. We'll get to Bartuch quickly, back to Martirano. Nice ball movement here from Elk Grove. And they're going to have Ewan break it all by himself. Parashwami with it far side. Quick pass to Motley. First minutes of the day for Parashwami, the senior forward. Motley, nice bounce pass there from Martirano. Back to Motley for three. He made one of those. He made his first three-point attempt of the day, but he's 0 for 2 on his next two attempts, as now Martirano hits a three. And Elk Grove, whenever it looks like Lane Tech's going to run away with it, they hit a big shot to keep themselves in it. 5:08 to go now in quarter number 2. So Lebo, spin move here, will back things off. Now pulls for a three of his own. He's got it, nothing but net with a man in his face. And Salibo continues his nice week. He's now up to 9 points here in the second quarter. He had 9 points in the first half yesterday against Aston Trail. We'll see what he can do here as Malloy goes up for a quick two after the steal, and he's got it. Lane Tech has had these stretches where they get a big shot and then a steal and then another big shot. A lot of their scoring has just been in like 5 or 6 point bursts like that. As the lead now up to 16 for Lane, 4.5 to go, and a foul called on Lane Tech. That's going to be their 8th foul. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for number 3, Joe Martirano, the senior guard slash forward. He's shot 100% from the line so far this week. I believe it's what the score sheet said, as the first free throw is good for him. He's been a solid shooter all year long. Two-sport athlete, also plays baseball. Just doing some prep for this Elk Grove team. So many of their guys play more than one sport. So whether it's soccer or baseball, baseball's a big one. But a lot of multi-sport athletes on this team, as Martirano goes 2 for 2 from the line. And the lead down to 14 for Lane with 4:24 to go in the first half. Grunenbaum gives it to Basil, now far side to Soar. Lane Tech playing around the perimeter. Two guys in there with Salibo and Basil, as Grunenbaum takes it to the basket by himself. Needs no help from those guys in the paint. And Grunenbaum up to 8 points now here in the second quarter of play. Parashwami gives it to Bartuch. Bartuch now wearing number 1 after the jersey switch. He's going to lose the basketball. Motley diving in for it there, but refs will say it's Lane Tech basketball. And a mass timeout's going to be called with 3:56 to go. So Anthony Simone will take the mound for Lane Tech. Carter Dow goes just 1 inning, and with this big lead, they're going to keep his arm fresh if they need him next week. And Anthony Simone, the senior right-handed pitcher, will come into the game. He's been out the past couple of weeks, however, making his first appearance here tonight. The senior committed to the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire. As leading things off for Niles North will be their 4-hitter, Warren Reed. First pitch fouled back. 0-1 the count. Simone was part of this starting lineup for the start of the year, but he's been out the past couple of weeks as this one swung on and missed strike 2. Looks like there's a little bit of foul tip, the ump says, but seems as if he still has the heat here in the state playoffs. Fastball topping out at 84, and he has a nice curveball as well. The 0-2 fires up that fastball for strike 3, and that's a 1-2-3 at bat to start the inning for Anthony Simone. That will bring to the plate the lone senior on this Niles North team, Matt Artejo. As the first pitch hit into right field, getting under is the first baseman, Chef, and that will be out number 2. So a quick first 2 outs in just 4 pitches for Simone here. And now Dylan Kaufman will come to the plate playing first base tonight for Niles North. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So Simone still has that heat on the fastball, as we were saying, just after not playing for a couple of weeks. And this one, strike 2. He's just relying heavily on that fastball here, and it's working. 6 pitches in. We'll see if he can end it here. The 0-2. That one inside for a ball. Now 1-2 the count. On deck will be Sam Toy, the catcher for this Niles North team. He has his catcher gear on in case there's an out number 3 here. The pitch. Strike 3. Anthony Simone goes 1-2-3 with just 8 pitches. And a nice appearance there for the senior. We will head to the bottom of the second. Lane Tech 11, Niles North 0. You're watching Lane Tech Baseball. And it'll be Bartucci bringing things up the court. Steal here by Salibo. Missed his first dunk attempt, but gets his second one in. Assuming Lane Tech wins today, as this one lifted towards left field. This one's got a chance, and it's going to leave the park. A grand slam for Sam Peterson. The outfielder Vega just has to watch it fly over the fence, and Sam Peterson goes yard. A 4 RBI grand slam for the center fielder. Standing here at Kerrywood Field. Nothing going on over at Lane Stadium or the new DePaul Prep turf. The 0-2. Called strike 3. That's going to do it. Lane Tech with a dominating performance. They win 15-0, advancing to the regional final where they'll hope to win it for the 3rd consecutive time. That game is going to be at 4:30, I believe. Remember, Lane Tech is in the bonus, so any foul from North Lawndale would send Lane to the line. They get to Grunebaum. Grunebaum pulls for 3. He's got it! Ethan Grunebaum for 3. Lane Tech leads by 3, 56-50. They take a 28-point lead into the halftime break here. They're back on the court practicing. We'll get you there in a second. But just to recap here, big time scoring here from Lane Tech. They're led by Sean Malloy with 12 points and Shahid Salibo for 9 points. But those two combined for just 21. So the whole team putting some scoring into the effort here as one of the bigger halftime leads we've seen all season from Lane Tech. And looks like they are a pretty safe bet to mark down for the semifinals tonight. Don't want to jinx it, but tomorrow night at 6 p.m. here at the Main East Holiday Tournament. It's been 3-point shooting and turnovers for Lane Tech. Their 3-point shooting all year long has been off and on. It's been a struggle. That's something that's really important for them in conference play. They've struggled with it a little bit. Not at all today. That's not the case. They've been scoring their threes. They've been turning the ball. They've been forcing turnovers, scoring off of that. All the ways you want to see Lane Tech scoring, they've been doing early on here against Addison Trail, and they're going to hope to continue that into the second half. If Addison Trail wants any sort of a comeback here in the second half, they're going to depend on that 3-point shooting. The shots just have not been falling here early on in the matchup, and that is a big-time problem for them, as 3-point shooting is really the key to their play all season long. Daniels, who has not scored at all today, or he he has 3 points, but he's been shooting 42% on the season from behind the arc. Not been seeing that today. a lot of three-point shooting going to have to be picked up here in the second half by Addison Trail if they want any chance of a comeback. Both teams on the court practicing here with just over 3 minutes to go in the halftime break. We'll take you around the conference here for Lane Tech. All the teams competing, or one may dropped out, all teams scheduled to compete in a holiday tournament this week, starting off obviously. Just about going to do it for us. Lane Tech finishes the conference season 14-0. 7 teams they faced, beat all of them 2 times. Great season for Lane Tech. They'll hope to continue it in the playoffs, city playoffs, starting on Saturday. Your final score here from Kerrywood Field: Lane Tech 6, Von Steuben 3. I'm Alex Burstein. Good night.